Did you have anybody jumping on, Kristine? Okay, cool. Hey guys, if you're just jumping on, I see a couple people jumping on. My name's Heather Harrison, and this is our team call for, golly, it's September 9th already. I cannot even believe that. But today we have an amazing woman on. I love her to pieces. I connected with her. We do market council together. If you don't know what that is, they are your quarterly events that you go to, your Super Sundays. And we actually run our Dallas Market Council. And I know COVID's happened, so we really haven't had the opportunity to have one live in a while, but Kristine is an 8-star, 4-time elite coach. 5-time, we're going to lock in 5-time at some point this year. She's 93 months of Success Club in a row. She's 1-star in her second business center, diamond in her third business center. She's a runner. So you guys, she's in the 30-day breakaway. Is that that's the name of it, right? 30-day breakaway. Okay. And so if you guys don't know the new program that's coming out, it's the 30-day breakaway challenge. And it's a running lifting program. So I know she's in it, Danica's in it, and I'm actually going to do it. I'm a runner at heart. That's what I've done my whole life. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to press mute. And I hope you guys were able to go ahead and, let me mute everybody. I asked you guys to print off your diamond roadmap. You might be diamond, you might not be diamond yet, you might be close to diamond. We have a couple people on here. Danica is close to diamond. Laura is rocking it out and is rocking her way up to diamond. Amanda is diamond. Kim's really close to diamond. So Clarissa is just turned diamond. So we have a lot of people that are rocking out and going in that direction. So Kristine did an Emerald retreat a couple weeks back, and I saw it. I was like, oh, this is awesome. But I just wanted her to jump on and kind of share with you guys what's been working for her and her team, and some words of wisdom. And she asked me to have you guys print that diamond roadmap out, because I think no matter where you're at in your business, you guys, whether you're diamond and you're looking to build 1-star, 2-star, you need to have a map. You need to have a guide to what you're doing. And if you don't, you just think, okay, well, I'm diamond now and I'm just going to throw people everywhere. It can get really frustrating if you don't know where you're placing them. So I'm going to throw it over to Kristine. You can introduce yourself, and we will just rock it out.
Thank you, Heather. You guys have an amazing upline. I just adore her, and it's been so fun to watch her just like over the past year just kind of explode. It's been really fun. So do you want me to tell a little bit about my backstory, about how I got started? Okay, so I've been a coach full-time for 8 years in August, which is crazy. But I have always suffered like from very severe anxiety and depression my entire adult life. And I'm going to be 48 Saturday, so it's been a really long time. And without going into a lot of specific, it's been up and down, all kinds of medications, therapists, what have you. And probably about 9 years ago, it just kind of reared its ugly head at the worst it had been. I was just in a fog. I was sad. I didn't know why. It was like I was just, the days would go by and I didn't really like know what was going on. I wasn't a good wife. I wasn't a good mom. Heavily self-medicating, like just had no purpose, was like blah. And my husband had had enough, and he kicked me out of the house. He left me a note. He had gone to work and I got up and there was a note and he said, you need to go get help. So I left and I went 5 hours away and I went to outpatient treatment, and they diagnosed me there bipolar, like the first day I walked in. So to back up just a little bit, because I always start with there so that I can back up. So when I was in this mess, you know how none of us ever mindlessly scroll social media, ever. We never do that. And one night that I was never doing that, I saw a post about a challenge group. And my upline, like I knew about Shakeology. I kind of knew about this thing, but it was just one of those that I was like, yeah, whatever, I might as well try it. So I got my program and I got my Shakeology. And I say, by the grace of God, I don't remember like what clothes I packed, just I was so distraught, but I put my weights and my Shakeology in my car. So that went with me. And I still get emotional this day. So like every day, God just nudged me. I started getting up every morning and working out, drinking my shake, and then going to treatment. And I did that for 5 weeks. And it just became, I was so numb in the beginning. I think it was just something to like do. And then things started to get better. I've always been active. Like I've always been active, but my nutrition was utter crap. And Shakeology, I started noticing different things in my body. I'm like, well, what the heck is this? Because that's my jam, and that's a whole other topic. But anyways, I just started to feel different physically, and I started to feel different mentally. And who gets diagnosed bipolar and is like, yes, I was so happy. I mean, I came home a completely different person. Now I had like, I still, you know, I get monitored my medication every 3 months now. To this day, I fight it. I just kind of came out of a foggy funk over the weekend, whatever, it happens. But I had confidence. Oh my gosh. I was just like, screw you. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I am crazy. Like it's diagnosed. So I don't care. And I fell in love with Beachbody. Like I had a passion for the first time, and I was just getting ready to turn 40. So I ran to my coach and I said, I want to do this. I teased her. I'm like, you didn't even have to ask me. You didn't have to worry about me saying no. I ran to it. And I did for the first like 6 or so months. I say I was riding my unicorn over my rainbow. I was just happy. And I was doing a little bit, but it was my first super weekend. My coach Jamie said, go to super weekend. And I'm in, like, I don't know how many of you are in Dallas, but I did not have any coaches here until like last year. I went by myself in a room of about 1,000 people. I was scared to death, but I went. Everybody was so nice. And I just remember watching Carroll, and he talked about this thing called Success Club. And then he talked about that Success Club trip. And I said, well, that looks important. I should probably do that. And so I did. Success Club became a non-negotiable. And that's when I started to build my business and take it seriously. So that's where I'm going to transition to you. You guys, I am not telling you anything fancy here. All right. I think that we can be overtrained. I think I openly told my husband tonight, I have been struggling with inviting so bad. I get it. It's like the most important thing, and there's times we don't want to do it. So what I'm going to tell you is just like action. And the first thing that you need to do, and I always go back to the story, I started working really in January. And I remember my coach, Jamie Thompson, I don't know if any of you know her. She's from Indiana, and she's just super quiet, but she's like 15-star, was in the Legacy Club this year. She's so awesome. But she came to me and she said, hey, can you hit Diamond by April 24th so that I can qualify to be 3-star on stage? And this was Vegas. And I said, done. I didn't know what it meant. I had no clue. She told me to get to Emerald when I signed. I said, okay. I signed my sister and my husband. I didn't know what it meant, but she told me to do it. And I said, okay. So then I started taking the business a little bit more seriously. Well, I guess January to April. But anyways, I just said done. Like it wasn't a matter of, oh my gosh, can I? Oh golly gee, it was done. Like I said, done. I had my date, and then I was going to figure out how to do it because she asked me to help her achieve a goal. And I feel like people want to help people. And so I didn't feel pressure. I didn't feel like, oh, this is about her. I was like, if this helps her, then it's helping me grow my business too. Because you can't be an Emerald without being a coach. You can't be 3-star like she wanted to be. She had to be Diamond first. And then, so it's like, that was, and I've always looked at this way, I tell people all the time about like, when you're at the end of the month and trying to hit Success Club, I have no problem telling someone or telling my coaches, listen, we don't have a quota, but we get these, like we try to reach these personal benchmarks. And like me helping you is like helping me achieve this goal. And it looks great. It's great for our team. It's great. It's people want to help people. So she just said done. So I think it's very important to have a date in mind. I think it's very important because, if we can, and I'm guilty of this too. I'll be like, oh, that'd be nice. Well, what would be nice? And when's it going to happen kind of thing. So I think it's very important to have that date set. So then you have something to work towards, and it becomes a season where there's more of a sense of urgency. So like Heather said, we started this Emerald group and it kind of came into a Diamond group. and you never know. It's like kind of, we're trying to figure out back and forth about people with their dates and, giving them action items, or just saying like, go talk to people. So what I want to say is that with that roadmap thing, I got it out and I started writing like who I had now. Okay. And not only who you have now, but who you want in those spots that maybe you have not invited yet. Like you might have a chickenless person. You might have a challenger, that someone that you either think would be a good coach or could use the discount. And so Heather, and I say this up front because I know a lot of coaches teach their teams differently. And I know a lot of coaches do things differently, but I'm going to tell you, I sign everybody up as a coach. I don't give them an option. Like, I just say, this is what we're going to do because we're going to save you money. Now, I know we should lead with a business opportunity. And, that's a whole other conversation. But my point is that I don't care what you're doing, you're going to sign up as a coach, which means it's a win-win. I'm helping them save money. It's a no-brainer. I just say, this is what we're going to do because we're going to save you money. And then, and Heather, I'll give you a really cool graphic that Joy gave to me. I've got like the discount coach, sign me up, and then the little savings, but she's got like a 2-part, this is what you pay as a customer, this is what you get. It's really cool. So I will pass that along to you guys. So that helps them save money, and that is helping building your diamond legs. Or if you're already diamond, it's helping you keep those legs strong. So again, it's not bad. We're helping them save money. I know coaches though, I just want to put that out there. They sign challengers and then, convert them to coaches. To me, it's just a headache to have to go pay your $40 and then let me do the coach reimbursement form, and then we get your $40 back. So I just want to put that out there. But if say you have customers in your challenge group and they're doing great, they're staying on Shakeology or staying on whatever products, then that is a no-brainer to sign them up as a coach. So you take like who you have, then you can write in there who you would love to be in that other spot. And it could be, again, someone in your challenge group, or it could be people that are on your chicken list. It could be, depending on how new you are, if you're not inviting every human that you know, then, and I don't want to say you're crazy, but my new coaches, I'm like, God, you got it made, man. I said, and I hope you take that, like, not like, oh, you're so lucky, but to have like that new, just the friends and family that we can help, because I think the invite sometimes gets so overcomplicated, where you literally just say, Amanda, I'm doing this. I love the products. I love the community. You need to do this with me. That's all you say. You don't need to get all crazy and, but just keep it very simple. And so I always just have, and I'm gonna show you something here in a minute that I found when I was strategizing for getting my third, no, actually it was 8. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was trying to get to 8-star last year, but I mapped it out again, and I've been doing this for a really long time. But I think when you have that visual and you can see, and then you can see, okay, oh man, even if so-and-so's inactive, so maybe they'll get active again, or, they'll order or do whatever product again, but you can always want to add new people. And so if you have those, to me, if you have those circles and that visual, it makes it a lot easier. And then on the side, you can write down people that you still need to invite that maybe have been, either you're nervous to invite, or maybe it could be a full-blown chicken list person. I mean, one of my coaches last week, all she did, and she's been a coach for 4 years, all she did was literally send, and this never happens. I do not send one message and they say yes. I send like 27, and I'm not even kidding. But she sent one message to this girl, and this girl said, yeah, I want to do that. A chickenless girl that for 4 years she never invited, and she signed up. Think about that. I mean, that would be nice if everybody did that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you might be so scared to invite them, and they maybe just don't know what to ask to come to you. That's how I look at it. I'm like, they don't know what to say. They don't know, they don't know the things that we know. So we need to reach out to them to kind of let them know what it is. So does that make sense so far? Okay, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. So then the other thing I'll say, and again, is if Lori's on here, I'm dying. Oh my gosh, I'm like starting to sweat. Great. So one of the things, I seriously am sweating now. One of the things that, something else is that a lot of people say, well, I don't have any business builders. That is you're gonna need business builders forever in the history of Beachbody coaching. I don't care, Lori needs business builders. Heather needs business builders. I need business builders. Danica needs business. Like, that's just going to be forever. That's going to be like, that's like a given. So just know that and be like, okay, when I was diamond, I had none. I looked at it. I saw what I needed to do. I got my husband to emerald, but also I think that people are so, and again, this is just my like teaching or philosophy. People are so hung up on getting to emerald that they think as them that they need that, oh, I don't want to build a business. You don't have to. Help 2 of your friends. Like, that's it. I'm not asking you to, like, you know, send me your power hour sheet every single day. I'm not asking you to do all these crazy things. I'm asking you to help 2 of your friends. And it really is, so that person doesn't necessarily need to be a business builder, but say, Amanda, you have a good friend that is, you know, one of your coaches, discount coach. But Amanda, like, okay, say it's Clarissa, is that coach of yours? Clarissa can help 2 people. It'd be nice if she went ahead and hit Success Club. That'd be really cool. That's just one more person. But my point is just helping 2 people is an emerald. Like, I have a lot of emeralds that want to have nothing to do with me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about training. They don't care about, you know, team cup. They don't care, but they love what we do so much and love being part of this community that they're just helping 2 people. So they're like, emerald doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, this person has to be a business builder. Emerald is someone just helping 2 other people. You know, I had a girl that dropped last week. She has no intention of working the business, never has made that very clear. We are friends. Last week, she got her emerald back, which I was like, thank you. You can always use extra buffers. But she was like, I missed the $56 paycheck I got. It was that, like that. I have another girl that is just a diehard, bleeds blue, just wants to be part of the community, emerald, and every so often she'll cycle. And she's like, that's awesome. So a $56 paycheck made her day. And she knows, like, it helps me keep, you want as many emeralds as you can. But again, when I hit diamond, it was no business builders, but it was me sharing my love of coaching and being excited about it and just asking people. It was the night before. I forgot this part. It was the night before. Remember, I was on the phone with Jamie and I'm like sweating and I'm like, there's 2 people. I'm like, okay. And she knew one of them. I'm like, okay, I've got Dawn, I got Leanne. And I had this necklace and I bought this necklace at this really cute store. And I was like, if you sign up, I'll give you this necklace. That's not, you know what I'm saying? It was like a gift. It was like a $25, it probably wasn't even 25 bucks. But I was like, it's so super cute. And I said, you are helping me reach a goal. You are helping me reach a goal. To Dawn, I said, you're helping Jamie reach this huge goal, and we'll be so forever grateful. Those, not one signed up, but 2. That one girl is still with me. That's 8 years ago, or however long. Do like a little less, almost 8. She is still with me. She'll go in and out, but when she's inactive, it's not for very long. The other girl went to the wine business, but that's a whole other conversation. But she became diamond. So a girl that I signed that night before. So you just have to be, they say be clear on your vision, set a date, but it's so true. But I think we make diamond more complicated than what it is. When it's you getting to diamond, you want to build this business. You want to do all these awesome things and grow and flourish, but you don't have to do everything that first step. To this day, I still bang my head against the wall sometimes. I mean, I question myself. Every time someone asks me to do a call, I'm like, why? They're like messed up because why, and it's not putting myself down. I'm just kind of realistic. Like, I'm a goober. I don't do anything fancy. I don't know if a lot of people like my approach. I'm a psycho follow-upper. Like, I will single white female you until you say yes. I mean, it's bad. Like, some people are, I had a new coach last week, and I always do like mini bios when I introduce them to the page. I have them like say it in their word, first person, whatever. She goes, all caps. She would not leave me alone. That's what she said. I think people say yes just so like I won't stalk them and be crazy. So super clear. I just want to show you, like, this was one of, because I had the form that I gave you guys, but this was just last year when I was trying, I think I was going for 8-star. Because I think I was trying to get my diamond to 3rd. And so those were people I had. Those were people, like I said, we'll ask. I already said no. But I was like, we'll ask, 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 no, said no, we'll ask, like, said no. But I asked all of them to get, this sucker was hard. People were stubborn about getting to Emerald. But my point is I asked them all. I said, hey, we're trying to reach a goal. They knew me well enough. We had developed relationships. They'd probably been, some of them discount coaches, not for very long, some of them for a while. So I was able to have that open conversation. And it happened. So, and it was hard. I'm not going to lie, but it happened. So I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share. Oh, here's something else too I want to tell you. Okay, so I said they don't have to be a business builder, but don't be afraid to talk about the business, because you can share, if you share coaching, then that's what you're going to attract. And I think that's something like Heather has talked to you, that if you post, everybody can post their workout every day. Good Lord, look at, now with COVID, everybody's working out at home. But if you talk about coaching and how it's impacted you, and that's obviously my story, so coaching has impacted me a lot. So I talk about that a lot. But that's something else that people want to connect to the human. They don't want to connect. Sorry, this is my presentation. They don't give a crap we're coaches. They want to connect with you and why you are a coach. So just something to remember. And also, here's something else too. And this was something that I say to my team all the time. Okay, when I hit diamond, it did not cross my mind at all. Like not once that I would lose it. I didn't know that was a thing. Like I didn't know that happened. You just kept going, right? So I didn't know it was a thing. And so when I talk to coaches about their goals, they say, what if I lose my diamond? And I tell them that's like going into a marriage assuming you're going to get divorced. So just something that's, I don't know where I came up with that. It just popped in my head one day, because you're so like, oh my gosh, like don't think that way. You're not going to lose it. I have may or may not have sent one of my coaches a t-shirt that said, never lose your diamond. But because I knew she had that belief and I knew she had that in there. So anyways, that's really all I have. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Do you guys like the simple approach that she has? I know that we've said it over and over again, but I know it comes different. It comes across differently whenever somebody else says it. Yes. Y'all are more than what, like Danica needs her emeralds, Kristine. That's it.
That's it.
So like, what advice would you give her? She needs her emeralds.
Okay. So I'm assuming, you're a success starter. Congratulations, because you were in the test group. That's awesome. Okay, so that obviously means you're a fairly new coach. So I am assuming that a lot of your coaches are friends and family.
Yep.
Okay. Have you gone to them and said, this is what, I'm trying to hit this goal?
No.
Girlfriend, that's like, hang up right now and get off the Zoom and you go do that right now. Give me the phone, I'll do it for you. They need to, they need to know. If they don't know what's going on, they can't help you. Or they may not even know that they can help people too. Like I said, my friend who got her emerald back, they don't have to work. They don't have to and if they want to get a test group, that'd be amazing. But they don't have to, but to me, it's like you say, hey, I just keep looking at everybody's names. Nikki, I know you're in my group. I know you're loving this. I know, Nikki looked up like, what? Sorry. Hey, so I am trying to reach this goal. Coaching's been, just make it simple. If you just bring 2 people in, get 2 people to sign up the exact same way you signed up. You're an Emerald coach. You're helping me reach a goal. And you're actually helping 2 other people that need your help. I tell people all the time, do not tell me that everybody in your circle of influence is all healthy and happy and does not need any help whatsoever with their mindset, their weight, nutrition. Like we all obviously know people, right? And you have a gift that you can give them. You can talk about your personal experience. Look what you've gotten experience so far. That's so cool. So you just ask them. That's why I say, hey, look, we'll ask. So you have to ask 8 people. Just ask them. Are you nervous to ask them?
I've asked them as far as like the friends and family, but I haven't necessarily put it in a way that they're helping me. It's more about them helping themselves.
See, to me, and it was, I'm gonna admit, at first I was just like, okay. And even like when it comes to elite every year, I get like nauseous because I'm like, and Heather, I'm probably, it's just like, oh, I feel like a selfish blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, wait a minute, because it is a team goal. So again, for you, you had to become to emerald. You had to get to emerald for even to be able to try to get to diamond. So maybe that's not a goal of theirs right now, but getting to emerald might be something that gives them the confidence to want to do something else. And so it got to the point where I'm like, people want to help people. People, okay, say Nikki asked you to help, well, asking someone to help you move is really hard. I'm just kidding. But say Nikki needed you to, help with her kid for a little bit, or needed you to drop off something or whatever. You would not hesitate.
Right.
And I know it's a little bit different, but my point is we're willing to ask for other, I don't want to say favors, but we're willing to ask certain things and then yet not say, but it would help me. But people, I just come to realize, and they'll tell you no. I mean, I still have people that, I'm like, hey, and they're like, no thanks. And I'm like, okay. But if you don't ask and if you don't share that with them, I mean, I will never forget when my coach asked me that. It was like, oh, I felt needed. It was a really, Heather, I felt important and I felt special. And I was like, oh, I don't know what walking across the stage means, but okay. Does that help?
Yes.
And you seem so sweet and like humble that it wouldn't come off like, cool, man, sign up, I need you to do this for me. But you seem to have a genuine heart that it would come across the most beautiful way and they'd be like, oh my gosh, yes, let's do this.
Okay. I'll give it a try.
There you go. I can't believe you're that close. You should be diamond by, what's today, Wednesday? Okay, I'll give you till next Thursday. For real.
Okay.
I'm serious. Let's just get in two people to sign two people.
Okay.
Yay. Heather, I'm going to ask you about her next week.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it, because she would put us in a 5-star qualifying.
Oh my God.
There we go. Yes. So it's definitely a team thing. You hear,
Okay, Danica, it goes so, okay, this has just gotten even deeper and more. You get to share that part too, okay? You get to share that part. That, and I've had to do that, not had to. I have helped my coaches, like my coaches' coaches, try to explain that. Where I would say, I would literally say, I know this makes no sense to you, but what we're trying to achieve, especially you guys, because this is first time, right? Okay. Because I watched Heather, and this, you're helping you hit a goal, and you're helping the team. So Danica, your team would be growing, and then Heather's team, your big team would be growing. And that would be even massive. Like this is massive. And you're excited about it. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. You get excited. They're helping two people. Like, to me, it's just a trickle effect. Success trickles down. Happiness and health and mindset and everything that we offer is what every human on this planet needs, especially right now. And I'm sure you have an amazing challenge group and you can bring them into that. I really focus on the community aspect when talking about this. So these girls I have a lot of coaches that don't run their own because they sign up for the discount and they sign a couple people. I'm like, bring them in. I will take care of them for you. And they see that community and they're like, oh, this is really awesome. Well, I don't know what they say about that mine, but just kidding. That's even better.
And not only that, all of you guys on this call we are all part. I mean, Lori got her call today that she's an 8-time elite coach. So like we're an 8-time team, and that should excite you. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. You're part of a team that's amazing. Jordan's really, really close to diamond. I mean, Clarissa just hit diamond. And like, it's like, okay, you hit diamond. Let's grab another road map. And what's your next diamond going to look like, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I do this every single time. You know, I've got one for myself, my second business center. I've got one for Chris. And I'm constantly putting names on there. And I think that when you have a visual, like visual is a big thing. So what other questions do you guys have? It's so funny because I felt like Amanda and I actually had a lunch today, and I was like, Kristine's like, I think she was sitting at lunch with us today. It was just like, bring it back to the simple. So
oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm simple. Like, I think, and this sounds so bad, like, stop recording. No, I just think.
Do you want me to stop recording?
Oh, I see Lori's washing her face. She cracks me up.
She's always in the most random place in her house. You know?
I've seen her on Masterminds, and she's like doing her makeup and.
Like I have an anxiety thing where I start pulling my eyelashes, and I started doing that, and I was like, "Go wash your face off," and then I'll stop messing with it.
Oh my
okay,
God.
so hold on.
I like your braid.
I know, it looks really pretty.
Okay, so you were talking about ask questions. So I'm asking you this question because I feel like this could help somebody. So I don't know if you even remember this, but I have a girlfriend that she used to work with your husband, and she called me one day, and she was like, "Do you know someone named Kristine Carroll?" And I was like, "I don't know why." She's like, "Well, her husband is here, and we work together, but she's up at my office trying to get me to sign up for Beachbody." And she wasn't saying it like weird, but I was like, "No, I mean, I'd only been in it like probably 2 years or something." And I was like, "No, I don't know who she is. I don't really know that many people." So, but my point is you were utilizing everything that you had, like your husband. So you guys, she was at my girlfriend's office trying to recruit like all of his coworkers. I don't really know what you did exactly, but I just know that that's how you were making connections. So sometimes we always say like how our husbands don't work the business, you know, they don't do anything, but there's so many different ways that they actually can be helpful. And one of them is just like allowing you to talk to their connections. So that was
it Crystal?
like, her name was Dory. I don't know. It's been so long.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because I've had, but anybody from his work, it was to like try to help them like with a challenge pack or something. It was never, I don't think I ever tried Dory. There was, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'll ask anybody. So when people say, that's a really good question. Yeah, I mean, I'm not shy. Well, sometimes I am. Sometimes I am, where I'm like, there's no way. But my last no way, I signed in May. I had sweat rolling down my back when I invited her. Like, I've known her for years. I'm like, there's no way she'll do this. And she posted COVID doing a home workout. So I messaged her and I'm like, do you want to do a coach week? Like, sure. And she hit diamond in June. And because I told her, I said, you just go invite everyone you know. And she still does that to this day. And your warm market, something else I've learned, you never run out of your warm market. Because when you talk about Lincoln, I've got people in my downline. And again, not all of them work. None of them work. I've got people from his elementary school. I've got people from high school. And I've got people from college that are his people. So
tell them how you kind of approach that. Like if they're trying to think of, like share, like, hold on.
Yeah, you're fuzzy. It's hard to hear.
Because okay. So this doesn't just necessarily mean like for their husband, but maybe like a sister, a cousin, best friend, like they can do this with all the same things. Like give them an example of what do you do? Like when you're going to your friend, I know you were doing this, but like when it's someone really close in your circle that you can basically just tell them, you're going to do this. How do you approach it? How do you kind of like get to it?
Do you remember, I'm sure, Lori, you've seen it, like the Ashley Molstead video about Taylor Swift concert?
Yeah, they've heard that a million times too.
Exactly. So you guys, that's all I tell my team. It's like when these people that you know, your friends, you literally say, okay, Jordan, we're trying to hit this goal. You need to be in my group anyways. You're going to do this with me. That's simple. Or because I used to say, you should do this with me. But if you're trying to hit a goal, it's kind of like me. I just kind of tell people that we're going to sign up as a coach, and not in a mean way, in a very respectful, like, this is how I'm going to help you way. But yeah, I mean, there's people, oh, okay, here's the message I sent today. She might, not a lot of people block me. Hi. Okay. I'm really good at following up, especially when I know I can help someone. We need to set an actual time to talk, or we just go for it. This is me. I had one join us late last month, and she's already lost 10 pounds because I did this. And I did the GIF, the tapping of this. And I just tapped her on the shoulder. Because when you ask questions, people open up to you. And if you have a need, oh, sister, like, I'm gonna text you until you say yes. So it's having that conversation and then just saying, you need this, or you're gonna do this with me. And if you guys are pretty new, then you still have those people that you can ask. So, I mean, my approach was a little bit different when I was Diamond, but I told Dawn and I told Leanne, I remember that night, I'm like, you guys gotta do this with me. You gotta do this with me, come on. You know, and you're gonna love it too. So bring them in on it too. They're a part of a goal. They're gonna love the community. Like, you're on this call for a reason, right? You're on this call for a reason, and I don't think it's because you're embarrassed about Beachbody. I think it's made an impact on you, and that's something that you can share with other people. And really keep it that simple, is do this with me. I don't know, maybe, is that like, I can't believe Lori, that's so funny.
And I wasn't saying that bad, because she still never to this day will do it with me. Y'all, this was my best friend, and it's 8 years later, and she still won't even commit to a program. It's fine.
What's her name?
Dory Hill.
Dory Hill.
She was probably really overweight.
I don't remember. Dory Hill. Because there was Crystal. Okay, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta ask Lincoln. That's hilarious.
This was years ago.
Oh yeah, he's been there. Wait, at the company he's at now?
No, this is a long time ago.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's why I don't recognize that name. But what, Dory? Anyway, so you see, I obviously asked, yeah, I mean, your husband's, you know, and it wasn't like I was knocking on people's doors or their offices and cubicles.
No, and I didn't mean to, and I wasn't saying that in a funny way. But she would come into me, she was like, because she knew that I did it, and she was like, do you know who this is? Like,
so
she's up here at our office. Like, I guess you were trying to run like you're recruiting for like a boot camp or something, and you're trying to make like an office bet. I don't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh, what was I trying to do? You remember that?
But I
no,
was just
I don't
like,
take it. I don't take it.
When she told me that, I was like, that is freaking genius. I would have done that, you know, kind of thing. So
that's gonna drive me nuts. That's gonna drive me nuts.
I'll send you a picture of her.
Okay. So does anybody else have any questions? I mean, does it make you feel better about it? Just asking people to join you, asking people to help you hit a goal? You know, it's like when your kid has a fundraiser and you tell mom and dad, come on, you know, give your grandson so he can like win, you know, something he's never going to play with. So think about that. I mean, it's people helping people. Like, to me, it just comes full circle. Everybody wins. Everybody's blessed. You're hitting a goal. That's growing your business. That's helping. Like, to me, it's just all a bunch of good stuff. Especially now. Especially now. I heard today someone said that this is a business. We're one of the very few businesses during this pandemic that's recession proof. Like, all we're doing is growing. And that's pretty amazing. Like, this is a gift. I tell my team that all the time. No matter how you look at it, no matter what, you know, I tell them all the time, I appreciate all of you. This is a gift, no matter how that gift looks for you. And that gift can change, you know. But I think you all, if you're not Diamond, you're ready to hit Diamond next week and go into 5-star qualifying. No pressure, no pressure. That's something else too, because there is pressure, and I think pressure is good because it comes in seasons. So it's not like your whole Beachbody history career is going to be like this. I think there's seasons where there's more of a push and more of a challenge. But I think that sense of urgency, anytime I'm in a sense of urgency, I do a lot better than just being comfortable. And like I can tell in my business.
And all of you guys, the majority of you guys are moms, or your kids might be in school. And I finally just like pulled the bullet and like, I'm a room mom. Don't know what I'm getting myself into, but it's because everything's virtual this year. So I've been able to connect with all of the room moms on social media. I'm in a PTO group. So like, just think of it that way. And like this past weekend, I went to a play date and I brought Energize and I gave her some samples of Energize because she's there all day. So like, think outside the box. Just sneak it in little ways too.
That's super smart. That's super smart. That's good. You're brave for being a room mom, but
like you see this folder, it's 9:30. I have a Zoom call in the morning. Like, I don't even know what I've gotten myself into. So
does anybody else have any questions? And if you think of them later, you can ask Heather. I mean, I know I didn't bring anything fancy, but I've never been fancy in my life. So.
And I think you can ask Lori. Every single person on here can be diamond by the end of the year. But I think like if we put a goal, a lot of us have that goal, like a date. And so I think all of us have a date on when we want to go and do what we want to do. It's just, you've got to take that date that you set seriously and just say,
yeah, I mean, that's when like April 24th will forever be ingrained into my mind. Because I will never forget when she asked me, can you do it by then? And I wrote it still, however many years later, third business center diamond by August 22nd. I don't think that happened, but I think it was like 2 weeks later. Because just because if you don't hit that exact date, it doesn't mean you give up. Well, screw it. I didn't do it, so I quit. Like, that's just silly. Heather, do you have like a date you want to go 5-star?
Yeah, it's like September 20. It's the last Thursday of the month. I want to start qualifying, and we actually have 2 girls, so we could actually start 6-star qualifying that day.
Come on, people! Like you heard it from her.
September 31st, I think, or is it? No, sorry, 30th. We don't have 31 in September.
Yeah. So wake up October 1st and 6-star qualifying.
Yeah. And then Kim can go diamond. She'll make my second CBC 1-star.
Y'all, this is crazy. This is so fun. Look at that. I see it. I saw Laura. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. End of the month for you.
So, Kristine, it really reminds me. So your story of getting to diamond reminds me of Laura, because she's signed up with me like 2.5 weeks ago, and she's got 4 coaches underneath her already.
That's amazing.
So that's like, I was like, okay, are you ready to do this? Are you ready to go? And so I think like when you say that, like you just have to say, yes, this is a season where I'm going to be hustling. It's going to be hard, but we're going to do it for 6 weeks and then we're going to breathe.
Yes.
And Lori tells me that all the time. I dropped my 4-star. She's like, just breathe until we have to go to 5-star.
Okay. Yeah. Lori kind of knows what she's doing too. I don't know, kind of.
I've learned to take lots of take.
Congratulations on 8-time elite. That's incredible.
Thank you. I kind of know depending on the week. Depending on the week, depends on what I know I'm doing.
That today, they're like, why do you do this? I said, because it's Wednesday. Like, I don't know. And next Wednesday will be different. I'm like, I don't know. That is probably not. But if you guys, hold on. Heather, I'm gonna send you that thing that shows the 2. That's really, really cool. I have never seen anything like it, but it breaks down when you like are talking to someone about a challenge pack, like what you get basically with the discount. Okay. And it's awesome. It's awesome.
What would you say to somebody that they're self-limiting, like they've got a self-limiting belief of just like the fear of no?
Oh my gosh, then yeah, that's like part of coaching. That is, so I tell my new coaches to read Get Over Your Damn Self.
Yes.
Because, and you guys, I am reading it, I'm almost done. I'm reading it for the 3rd time. It has been, because I'm like, I needed that reminder, but to have that fear of no, and again, before everything that happened to me, I was a people pleaser. I was so insecure. I was terrified. Like, that was before cell phones, so don't date me. But you would leave a message on someone's answering machine and then they wouldn't call you back for 2 days. I like literally thought they hated me. Like, that's how high my anxiety was. I would say yes to room mom, all that stuff that I did not like doing. But So the fear of no and rejection was huge. But then when everything happened, I just didn't give a crap anymore. But I know a lot of coaches coming in, and I think one thing about this book is, and Go for No is a really good book too. That really, really helped me understand, like, our job every day is to go for no. It literally is. You are going to get rejected and no all the time. But me reading this book, it literally prepares you for that. It's just going to say, this is how this business is. So it is going to happen. And the more it happens, the easier it gets. Because no, and we all hear this, no means not right now. Most of the time it does. Most of the time it really does. So I've been blocked very few times, very few times. And if I'm not saying you're going to get blocked. Please, that's like an extreme case. But I think, if you don't ask, it's going to be no. Like, if your goal is to hit to diamond, if you don't ask anybody, you're never going to get to diamond. If you're not going to tell that person, hey, I need you to hit this goal, or I think this would be really good for you, that's never going to happen. So, I don't mean to sound like harsh or whatever, but like, this is a no business. This is a get ignored business, which is why I just do this all the time. And then I tell them that too. So yeah, like Dana, you can say, come on, man, I'm going to ask you until you say yes. Like, if it's your friends, you can do that. You can play around with it. Come on. I know a girl that got to Emerald. She was engaged, and her maid of honor did isogenics, and she said, you need to switch and sign up to be a coach and do Shakeology, or you're not in my wedding anymore. And she signed up to be a coach. I'm not kidding. They were her best friends. So, but she did it.
Well, I hope that this brought a little bit of light, because I know sometimes, like Kristine said, we get bogged down with information, and we get bogged down with over complicating what this business really is. And it really does. Like, Amanda and I were talking about that today. Like, how can we just like keep it super simple and just roll with it the rest of the year? And so I hope this kind of clarifies that you don't have to have like a magic script. You don't have to have a really big social media following at all. And always continue to utilize the warm market that you have, because 5 years in, I'm still utilizing a warm market because I'm constantly adding and building relationships and connections with people. But if you're new to this business, diamond is like, it shouldn't be that hard if you're just asking. Just ask. The worst that somebody's going to say is not right now, or no, or, but what happens if you don't ask and then you see them sign up with somebody else? Right? And so that's when it stings.
That's happened to me. Like, gut punch, take the wind out of your sails, give all your eyes out for a couple days. So yeah, that's happened. Oh yeah. That's such a good point. Yeah.
So just don't, and like, just have fun with it. And be super simple, super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. But I love Kristine's approach with not overcomplicating things and just being you. And like asking friends I like your friends approach. Like, I've never really thought about, like, go ask your friends. Like, if you have some friends, just ask them to come sign up. So, because we would go by, it's just like, I went and I asked a couple of my girlfriends if they would help support our fundraiser for school. I don't like the broadcast, but if I'm close with them, I'm going to go ask them. It's just like that. So, all right. Well, I'm giving y'all 10 minutes back. I hope that Kristine gave you guys some just ideas and tips and tricks. And Kristine, I know you got really nervous when Lori got on.
I did.
It's just Lori. It's just Lori. But I had texted our thread, and I was like, y'all should be on this call. It's really good. So she hopped on.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you guys, good luck. Heather, I already sent you that graphic. I wanted to do it before I forget. So I put it in the message. I put it in our message. And the other thing, did you share with him that 10, 10, 10 to break down 100?
I have it, and I'm going to share everything at once with the recording.
Perfect. Okay. Because I thought that's something else to help. Like, I had a girl on my team, Kat, who I've been doing this forever, said, hey, here's a great way to maybe go back and approach people that you have forgotten about. So That might help them too.
I really.
Okay, so we're going to be 6-star qualifying. We're going to wake up October 1st. That is recorded. We have it. It's like I hear it. It's recorded. This is proof. All right. So it's going to happen.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Heather, thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.